2 minutes to a hard-working member of the Financial Services Committee, the gentleman from Wantage, New Jersey, Mr. Garrett.
The gentleman from New Jersey is recognized for 2 minutes.
And I thank the gentleman, thank the chair. Delay. Ms. Lever has raised the comment. It's absolutely delay. We've been waiting here for the last 4 hours, waiting for your side of the aisle to come to the floor to be able to debate this bill. So, Ms. Lee, I would ask, through the chair, who it is on your side of the aisle that was delay. I would glad to bring that person down to the floor and ask, why are you delaying trying to reform the system in this country? But I rushed to the floor because I was just doing a telephone town hall, and people were watching what was going on the floor right now, and they said, Congressman, you must go down to the floor to end the bailouts, end this piece of legislation that will cut jobs in this country, and end this piece of legislation that will expand the size of the government. Now, I understand the reason the gentleman from Colorado says that we are mistaken with regard to whether or not there are bailouts in the bill. You know, this bill is larger than the health care bill. It's larger than the cap-and-trade bill. You remember the bill that no one read before they came here, or the health care bill that no one read before they came here? Maybe the reason why the gentleman from Colorado is perhaps mistaken on this point is because, quite candidly, enough people on your side of the aisle haven't read the bill. And if you did, you would see that there are bailouts, and the taxpayer is ultimately on the hook for the tune of upwards of $150 billion. How does that work? Well, we set up this system where, in essence, we're going to set up a slush fund that eventually will tax businesses that will causing cutting in jobs across this country. But until we get that up and running, where are we going to get that money? Well, we're going to get it by essentially allowing the U.S. Treasury to go to the American public and ask them once again, to bail out the mistakes on Wall Street. Well, we say enough to the bailouts. Enough of putting the taxpayer on the hook for the bailouts, enough for all the mistakes both on Wall Street and government, and enough to these bailouts pass the legislation that this administration has passed and that the chairman of this committee has ushered through in the past, whether it's the past administration or this administration. That side of the aisle has been at the forefront of putting the American taxpayer, bailing out the Wall Street and American and the government as well.
The gentleman from New Jersey's time has expired.